A very good morning to all of you. Today is not the class. Today is just an orientation where I'll just talk about the program, the reason for the program, and my idea of the program. Okay. So welcome to the Mains Foundation program. For the first time, this idea is something that I've executed because many people will give prelims, they will miss out on very few marks, and then there is very high chances that those people will digress or they will deviate from actually the requirement of the exam. In that confusion to balance prelims and mains, in that confusion to overcome their problems in prelims that happen in the exam and to also master mains, they'll end up doing nothing. The reason why mains exam is important is because mains exam preparation is more of an orchestration. Why do I say that it is more of an orchestration is because you have 4 papers of GS, then you have 2 papers of optionals, then you have 1 paper of essay. And within that 4 papers of GS, you have 14 different sections. Within 2 papers of optionals, you have 4 different sections, and then you have essay. I hope you're understanding this. So 14 plus 4 plus 1 is equal to 19 different things that you have to understand. So if you have to understand all the 19 different sections, and remember that if you want to get a rank, you have to be good in all the sections. I'm not telling you have to be exceptional in all the sections, you have to be good in all the sections. You cannot say that, sir, in GS2 paper, I am good in polity, constitution and social justice, but I'm weak in international relations. Or let us say in GS3 paper, there are 6 sections. In that 6 sections, you cannot say that, sir, I'm very strong in internal security and agriculture, but I'm weak when it comes to economy and disaster management. You cannot tell like that. So the overall philosophy of the mains exam, why mains exam is so tiring is because many people will not prepare for mains exam thoroughly until they clear prelims. Only after they clear prelims that they will get that seriousness that, oh yes, we have to prepare for prelims. We have to prepare for mains. And by the time they come to that mains and prepare, that attempt is anyway gone. They also know inbuilt. For the first time when you clear prelims, you will know that you are not prepared for mains. Many students now are facing that dilemma. Many of my students, whom I just finished the advanced mains master class, they have faced the dilemma. Luckily, I was able to complete that 4 papers and give it to them. Now they are focusing on optionals. Now the problem what comes is, in optional also they have not yet finished. Now their headache is, GS is gone, but what do I do for optional, sir? Are you understanding this? So this is the cycle that most of the students will go through. And this is where I want to help you people out. Okay, the idea is very, very simple. Okay. Why most aspirants fail in mains exam is because they think mains preparation is an extension of prelims preparation. It is not. Mains preparation is not an extension of prelims preparation. Second, they think that just by doing foundation course in any institute, okay, I'm not criticizing the institute, I'm just telling you how it works. Just by finishing a foundation in any institute, if you think that you are now eligible for mains preparation or if you think that you are done with your mains preparation, that is also wrong. You have to give respect to 1250 marks. Okay, that 1250 marks will not come easily. I hope you're understanding this. You have to give respect to that. You have to prepare for that properly. And the third part is, it is not that difficult. Mains exam is not as difficult as prelims exam. Why do I say that is because it requires a lot of efforts. It requires you to write. You write so much that your hands start paining. You write so much that you will not feel your hands. This is what my students from Advanced Mains Masterclass feel. Because they write 10 hours every day. I'm not kidding around. I just finished for them all the 4 papers. Ask them, how was it? From morning 10 o'clock till night 8 o'clock, how was it to sit and keep writing? Okay, but that is what is required here. The requirement is not your intelligence. The requirement is not that you read everything under the sun, you read 5-6 newspapers. It is not like that. The requirement is your efforts and your stamina. Why? Because, why am I telling that prelims is different from mains is because prelims is abstract. Prelims can be asked in a very randomized manner. Mains is well defined. The boundaries are clearly visible. They have given 4 different papers with proper detailed syllabus. If you look at paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, they are given in a format of bullet points. And it is those bullet points that you have to prepare properly. Okay, now again there a little complexity comes of how to prepare on every bullet point, sir, and how do I know that if I prepare on the same bullet point, will it help me write the answers? All these things we will deal from tomorrow. The agenda of my class is to help you to come to a place where your reading stops and your writing starts. That is where I stop you. Okay, so once you are done with this course, I will come to that later, but once you're done with this course, what you should feel is my learning is over. All you have to do is writing. Okay, so you understood why most aspirants fail is because they neglect mains preparation. Even now, if you go and ask most of the aspirants, the things that are running in their mind is, sir, prelims pattern is like this, trend is like this, what do I do for current affairs, what do I do for basics, what if the basics does not come now, this time only I did not clear, what do I do if I clear next time? But what you should not, neglect is, if you don't prepare for mains, you are anyway not going to clear. Even if you clear prelims, if you have not thoroughly prepared for your mains exam, you will not clear this exam for sure. So what you should sit and think in this period of time is that irrespective of what my prelims performance has been, if I have to clear this exam, I have to master mains now. This period from July till October, this is called mains window. And this is where many people will try to balance both. I want to study prelims also, I want to study mains also. Okay. I am not a follower of that particular logic. I am not telling that that approach is wrong, but I don't follow that approach. I don't believe in that approach because for me, prelims has a complete set of different skills to be required for you to know. Mains is a completely set of different skills that have to be required. How is it that one, in prelims, you have to apply your knowledge, you have to use logic, you have to observe the hints to deduce the answer. That requires your focus there. So one day you will go and write prelims, second day you will go and write answers. I don't believe in that change in the mindset. That is one. Because two different mindsets cannot be put in a person in 2 different days and told to write the tests. That is the first thing. The second problem is how you study for prelims is very different from how you study for mains. It is completely different. Okay. For example, let us take a speaker. If I take speaker as a topic, how you will study for prelims? Articles, appointments, removal. Okay. I hope you are understanding this. So these are the things that you will focus on. But the same thing if you come for mains, will you study how the speaker is removed? Are you understanding? Will you study how when the speaker resigns, who will the speaker resign to? You will not. You will study about the importance of speaker in Indian parliamentary democracy. You will talk about the different issues happening with respect to 52nd Amendment Act, that is the Anti-Defection Act. Are you understanding this? So these are the things that you will understand. So when there are 2 different ways to study the same thing, how can you do it integratedly is my question. Or let us assume that you do it integratedly, because it gets diffused, you will not be good in both. This is what is my take on the integrated approach. So I believe that from the July month till the October month, you have to prepare for mains thoroughly. And that is why I have designed it this way. Okay. The next is, what is the philosophy of building the UPSC mindset? Now look at this. Why have I created in this way is, look, on one side, the program will run from July 1st till September 15th. Okay, July 1st to September 15th. In this window, I am going to help you finish GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. Okay, next, I am going to take all the papers. No one else will come. All the papers will be dealt with me only and me alone. We are going to do all the different 14 sections. Every 14 section that we are going to do, it will have its own approach. It will have its own frameworks. It will have its own keywords. And it will have its own model answers. Okay. Now, the next doubt that I know that what you will get is, sir, I have given 15 days for one GS paper. I have given 15 days for one GS paper. The next doubt that you should commonly get is, sir, is 15 days enough for the GS paper? That is one doubt that people will usually get. The second doubt that people will usually get is, will you just teach me approach and frameworks, or will you help me create notes? This is another doubt that you will get. Understand that 15 days for one paper is more than enough. It is more than enough. Understand, every syllabus, if you take the mains GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, there are around 19 bullet points. On an average, there are around 19 bullet points per paper. Even if you do 1 bullet point per day, 19 days are more than enough. Are you understanding? I am giving you overly relaxed, timetable. 1 bullet point per day is 19 days is more than enough. If you do 2 bullet points per day, 9 days is more than enough. I hope you are understanding this. So we have given 15 days. It is more than sufficient. Okay, see, when I first announced, this is my 4th year of Advanced Mains Masterclass, 4th year, when I first announced that Advanced Mains Masterclass includes 1 paper in 4 days, people started laughing. No, they told, how can this person is just putting some magic pill, he's trying to tell that person, he's telling wrong things, he's misleading people. These are all the things that came. From that particular program only, All India Rank 15 Simrandeep Kaur came. From that same program, today Vishali, All India Rank 530 of 2025, is helping me support the Mains Lab 2026 program of SUDEEPVERSE. I hope you are understanding this. So, when I brought that program initially, I told that 1 paper 4 days. They did not believe it. But if it was not true, if I did not maintain the purity of that subject, could I have run that particular program for 4 years with toppers coming from that particular program? If toppers are coming there, if toppers are vouching for it, and if toppers are able to come and return back to the community for whatever they have got from it, understand the importance of that program. So, why am I telling you all this is not to show that I am talented. I am only trying to tell you this because it is 15 days is more than enough. You just have to believe it. I am telling you everything for you to develop that habit to believe it. By September 15th, guys. By September 15th, this is not a promise. That is why, see, in 15 days, I have not kept any break. For 15 days, there will be continuous classes. Are you understanding this? For 15 days, there will be continuous classes. Then purposely, I have kept 5 days break. Because my agenda, okay, my agenda will always be the case. When I do my subject called geography, when I do my master prelims, there are master prelim students here, ask them. Master prelims, I challenge my students that once you are done with the master prelims program, you will be able to study 1 subject in 1 day. Master prelim students are sitting here, you can ask them, I am not lying. Could they not finish or could they finish a subject in 1 day? This was the promise that I made, they could do it. So even here I am going to tell you that when you complete 1 GS paper, you will be able to complete revising the entire GS paper in 4 days. For my students who are writing mains, I will tell 1 day, but for you people, because you have to look through a lot of things, I am telling you 4 days. So my promise is, by the time we are done with 1 GS paper, let us say in the first 15 days, I am going to finish GS4, okay? The first 15 days, once I finish GS4, you will be so thorough with it, in 4 days you can finish the entire GS4 and write a test. This is the promise that I can do, okay? So, coming to the part where 15 days is enough or not, I hope you got the answer. It is more than enough. You will see that. In the first 15 days only, you will understand how, if we approach it in a systematic way, it is possible to finish. Not only finish, it is possible to finish it twice, but it is okay. Okay, we will go a little slowly and we will try to understand it and we will do it thoroughly. Okay, this is the first thing. So, the part where 15 days is enough, I hope it is clarified. September 15th, I have a tradition called Wall of Fame, where I want all the people to write the genuine feedbacks. Okay, so there you will see how the feedbacks will come. You just have to believe how it works. Okay, this is my 4th year of handling all the 4 papers. This is not something that I am experimenting with you. This is my 4th year. I just finished Advanced Mains Masterclass 4.0 for students who are writing 2026 mains. So 4 years, I have completed all the 4 papers, and when I say I have completed, I am not going to teach them in that 4 days. Don't think that I will just teach them approach and frameworks and stop it there. Go ask them. The entire notes that they are going to study from now till mains is mine only. And there also I am not going to dump PDFs and tell them you read this, you read this. It is purely dictated. Except world history, post-independence, ancient medieval. Except these 4 subjects where I have given them model answers in the form of PDFs. Nothing else I have given there. I hope you are understanding this. So why am I again trying to tell you this is not something that I am trying out with you people. I know this works. I know that this is how it should be done. And if you are able to get that 1000 marks in your hand, that is the possibility that you will clear prelims next. You will clear this exam next time. I hope you got this. So, I hope this is clear. In 15 days, this thing. Now coming to the notes part. Sir, will it be just approaches, frameworks, keywords, or will it be comprehensive notes? Okay, the answer is this. Your notes will be the single source of truth. So, for example, you want to read GS4, you will not do anything else. You will not see printed materials, you will not see any PDFs, you will not read anything else, you will only read this. This I can assure. Anything, GS2, GS3 or GS1, The only thing that you'll be doing is my notes. I hope you're understanding this. Okay. Now, understand this is how the classes will go. In the mains, it is not like prelims where I explain the concept, you're going to just sit and listen and then make running notes. This is not how mains will go. Okay. Mains goes like this. Everything that we are going to learn. We are going to learn in the form of everything. Whatever we are going to learn only in the form of question and answers. Are you understanding this? So, whenever I try to explain something, first I will dictate the question, then I will dictate the answer, then I will give you 2 minutes. You are going to go through that question and answer once again. If there is any conceptual misunderstanding or if there is any doubts about that question, you ask me, otherwise we move on. I hope this is how it is. Why I am making this clear is, there are many people who will come who have not done their basics properly or who have not completed their foundation yet, but they will ask us. And it is okay, they can ask us, but the problem is this is a mains program. So I don't want you people to mistake and sit and then blame me. I am making it very, very clear. This is a mains program. Anything that comes with respect to the question and answer, we will discuss. We will definitely discuss. Okay. But if you ask me, for example, let us say a person does not know the meaning of constitutional morality. I hope you are understanding this. Then it becomes a little difficult for me to explain such things and also come. I will assume that you people at least know what is constitutional morality. I will understand or assume that you people at least know what is cyclones. Okay. If you ask me, sir, how cyclones work, I have not heard about cyclones at all, then it becomes a little difficult. Okay. So, because that is what I am trying to tell. The basic thing I want from you is your basics should be done. Your basics should be done. If your basics are done, I will take care of the mains part. Are you understanding this? But what I can assure you is everything. See, when I say question and answers, if I take the syllabus, when I say syllabus, it is called static. Okay, if I take the previous year question, the last 5 years, why only the last 5 years? Why not the last 10 years? I will tell you there. Because if you do the last 5 years and then if you go back to the last another 5 years, you will be repeating the same thing, which I will show you there. Okay, but the last 5 years of previous year question and then current affairs of last 12 months. This, all the three will be put in the form of question and answer format. Sir, current affairs, I have already done it for this year's mains people, so it is not difficult for me. I hope you are understanding this. I will every day post questions called newspaper capsule. In that way, I keep tracking what is happening with respect to the newspaper from the mains perspective. So for me, it is not that difficult to do it. Are you understanding this? So all these things will be done in question and answer format. So overall, by September 15, you will have 4 notes with you, and this is where your reading will stop. Your reading will stop on September 15th. I hope this is clear. This is the design of the program, guys. Okay. So when we start tomorrow, we will start by looking into the previous year questions. We'll start by looking into the syllabus. Then we'll start rearranging the syllabus in a way that we want to, and then we will start writing. And when we are going to start writing, every time we finish writing, I'll give you 2 minutes time. You can go through it. If you have any doubts, you can ask. We will clarify it and we'll move on to it. Next, within this session only, whenever we take the previous year question, directly we are not going to jump to writing answers. First, we are going to sit and understand the framework of how to approach the question. Once we understand how the framework or approach of the question is done, second, we are going to generate points by discussing. When we are discussing, I want you to make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, I want, see, for example, let us say that I talk about, let us say that I talk about urbanization. Okay. If I talk about urbanization in social justice, or if I talk about urbanization in society, the way you have to discuss is very different. The keywords that we have to generate is very different. If I have to, talk about urbanization in Indian economy, the way we have to generate the keywords is very different. If I have to generate urbanization, we have to talk about from geography angle. Or let us say you have to talk about the governance angle. You mean the municipalities. Very different they are. So if you take any topic, why is it that we have to spend time discussing is because I know that you will make a generic statement, that you will make generic keywords. You will keep telling me generic and I have to make it more specific. So that exercise of we discussing together, me, online guys as well as you, okay? Online guys also will participate. So when we discuss, that is the most important part that will help you to bring what you call as section specific language. This is what is very important. Every section has a way to write the answers. Every section has a way or a style to write answers. You cannot write the same answer for everything just because the topic overlaps. Just because this topic will overlap with everything, you cannot take the same answer and write. So how to bring that section specific language is with the help of the discussion. And this is where I'm going to help. How are you going to bring the section specific keywords is, languages, this three. And this three will come through discussions. When we discuss, I will tell you people to generate the point. You will generate generic points. I'll try to make it specific. I'll try to tell you, okay, this is not the way to do it, this is the way to do it. So when we keep doing that, to and fro, when we keep reciprocating the points, that is where, then you will start learning. Oh, sir, okay, I should tell like this. Oh, for this, I should tell like this. That is a very, very important learning in this exercise. This is something that I explored in Advanced Mains Masterclass. Why do the students get that language, the grip on that language is, they discuss, they generate points. I will mend those points. Okay. So, see, the overall, this is how the classes will go. In a class, one, you should understand how to bring the language, and the second is how to write the language. Okay, how to bring the language and how to write the language. How to bring the language means for that section, how to bring that language. For geography, how to bring that language. For society, how to bring that language. That is what is bringing the language. Okay, here, the approach, the framework and the keywords. See, the approach, the framework and the keywords. This is what will help you bring the language. Okay, how to write that language. This is where the model answers will help. So this is how I integrate both. So when I know that, I have to first discuss, we will discuss to get that language in you. And once I get to know that, okay, now you people have understood how to write that language, then I will start dictating and you will start writing model answers. Why model answers are important is, see now, let us understand, let us say caste system. Caste system in India is both fluid and rigid. Examine. Caste system in India is both fluid as well as rigid. Examine. So if I say that this is the question, so tell me 3 keywords for why caste system is fluid. Can someone tell me why caste system in India is fluid? Very good. First is politicization of caste. Politicization of caste. Then what else? Come again? Come again? Trends. Okay. What else? Very good. Very good. Sanskritization. Sanskritization. This is another word. What else? Can I say class dynamics inside caste? How the class dynamics inside the caste is changing the hierarchy. Okay, that is another way. What else? How education and caste. How the education within the caste is also changing the hierarchy. So this is how the caste system in India shows that there is fluidity. Now comes to rigidity. Tell me a few points. Why caste system in India is rigid? Very good. The concept of pollution and purity. The concept of pollution and purity. What else? Correct. So basically they think that it is integral part of rituals and customs. Rituals and customs. So what they do, that caste system is now extracted and overlapped into our customs also. For example, as I told, it is integrated in our marriage. It is integrated in our functions. It is integrated in our, beliefs. Okay, beliefs are fine. Customs, functions, rituals. I hope you're understanding this. So these are broadly why we feel that it is rigid. What else? Because caste system or caste is seen as a birthright. Caste itself reinforcing the caste. Caste based laws, I'll come back to that. You cannot tell that in the mains answer, but anyways, see, overall, if I take caste system in India is both fluid and rigid, we have just discussed three points. Just like that, vaguely we have done three points. Now, just by doing it here and going next, doing this type of brainstorming and trying to understand this flow, this is what will help you to get this. So you understood, okay, in that particular society, this is how I should brainstorm the points. This is where you got the language. How to bring the language of society, you understood. How to write the language of society, how will you understand? Okay, how to write the language of society is when you write model answers. So when you tell politicization of caste, one of the fluid factors of caste system in India is politicization of caste. What will you write here? The English that you write here, this is what is writing the language. In my words, this is what is called as articulation. So why is it necessary for you to always learn in the form of model answers is because when you read it back, when you keep reading it again and again and again in the form of model answers, your articulation improves. Or let us say, I can teach you like this also. I can give you, write the heading as caste system. Okay, I can tell you write the heading as caste system. Then I will give you some 10 different paragraphs about caste system. You will write down. Just like an essay you will write. When you write like an essay and when I ask you a question for mains from that same notes, you will not be able to reproduce properly. That is what is called articulation. You will not be able to articulate your ideas properly. Why is it necessary for us to always learn in the form of model answers is because obviously discussion will help us bring that language, but the model answers will always help us write that language. I hope you are understanding this. So, when you are constantly revising the same notes again and again and again in the form of model answers, they will give any question on caste system. You will know how to deal with it. I hope you understood this. So, this is the entire idea of my program. Alright. So, 14 sections. Every sections will have approach, frameworks and keywords to bring the language, and there will be model answers in order to help you articulate. Okay. Now, this will be completed in such a way that not only will we just cover the last 5 years question and stop it there, it should give you or equip you with the ability to face the future questions. That is the idea. The idea is not just doing something that is already done and then stopping my classes there. The idea is to equip you to think as well as equip you to write for whatever questions that comes future. Did you understand the philosophy of the program? This is the overall idea, guys. 15 days are more than enough. Notes will be given. It will not be in the form of PDFs. You have to write it. It is going to be intense. When it starts at 10:30, it will end at 2:30 or sometimes 3 o'clock. I will give you 2 to 3 minutes break to just take a breather or use the restroom. We will not go down, have coffee and all. Okay, that is how always the tradition has been. Okay, so one half of the day is to the GS part. But what I want you to know is, this is my promise. Once we finish every paper, the 15th day when we finish the paper, in 4 days you can revise one GS paper. This is my assurance that we will do it. Is this clear? This is the agenda of the program, guys. Alright, so yeah, the next is, so you understood why most aspirants fail, you understood the philosophy of the program. The next is, yes, you learned how we learn only through questions and model answers. Okay. The next is, I told you the credibility. Okay. This, I am not starting this program as a first time. I have been doing it for the last 4 years. So it is, I am not trying to experiment on you. Please don't take it that way. Okay. The next is balancing optionals and GS papers. This is very, very crucial. Okay. This is where you and your commitment comes into picture. Okay. Why is it that I have designed like this? So from July 1st till September 15th. From July 1st to September 15th, this 2.5 months. Why have I designed like this? I could have taken this till December. I would have told weekly 3 classes. Come to 3 classes. Then you study. I will also relax. You also relax. Why should I work hard to push you to finish by September 15th? What is the reason for this? Why am I pushing you to September 15th? Why is it that I am also not taking the leave and trying to, make sure that you finish? The reason is because this 2.5 months is one window from September 16th till November. This is another 2.5 months. November, your mains preparation should stop. I've seen many people who have taken, they have not cleared the prelims, they have taken the test series for mains. The test series for mains that they have taken, I have seen the timetable. How illogical the timetable is and how you people are fooled is, that timetable goes till March or the timetable goes till February. The timetable sometimes go till April also. Do you think that you will write test till April? After November, your mind will not allow you to study for mains. After the pattern that has come last year, it is not going to affect you, but your mind will not live. After November, whosoever has taken that will not write. I know for sure. So then when I ask the students, what if you don't write? They'll tell that, sir, I'll write it next year. So already they have decided that they'll not clear this year prelims, then next year they'll anyway continue writing that test. That is very bad. You should be very clear in what you do. Okay, I am not again blaming any institute. I am trying to tell you that you should be very clear in what exactly you need to do. After November, your mind will not allow you to sit and study fully for mains. I am not telling completely you should go for prelims, fully for mains, so it will not allow. So, by the time your mind starts changing, by the time your mind starts pickling about prelims, everyone is studying now, what do I do? Everyone is studying now, where do I go? What if I fall back? Before the doubt starts creeping in, I want you to finish off your mains preparation. Okay, so the idea is very simple. Look at this. From July 1st to September 15th, 4 GS papers. From July 1st to September 15th, you have 4 GS papers. I will make sure that all the 4 papers are done. This is my responsibility. After September 15th, from September 16th to November, what is your job? Your job is only to keep writing tests. Don't come to me and, sir, where shall I take the test, sir? I'm not getting the test, sir. I don't know that. That is not my problem. But what is my job? My job was to build you competency in the 4 papers. I will build you that competency and give. My job is your learning stops here, your writing starts here. This is what I will make and give. But you cannot come and tell me that, sir, I'm not able to find the test to write. That is not my problem. You write somehow. I don't know or I don't care how it is. But you write something. But you have time of 2.5 months to make sure that you write. But what I can assure you is, whatever test that you're going to write on those 2.5 months, you don't have to read anything except my notes. Revise my notes, go to the test, write. Initially, it will be rubbish answers also, it is okay. Don't worry about the quality of the answers. But that intent to write consistently for 2.5 months is very, very important. Yes, you can come back and show me the answers. I'll definitely look at it and give you the review. Definitely that space will always be there for everyone who has taken this course or otherwise. Okay, but your intent to write the answers here should not be diluted just because you're done with this course. If you dilute your intensity of preparation here, whatever I do here is gone. Again, it will come back to the same thing, sir, notes is there, I will read next year. Useless it is. Whatever notes that we do, you have to internalize that notes. Even if you close your eyes, Naxalism in internal security, which page is there? That should be flashing in your mind. If you develop that level of proficiency, I can assure you that next year mains you will get a rank. But for that, work hard now. Okay, so this 2.5 months, keep writing the test. How to create the timetable, we will discuss on September 15th. Okay, on September 15th, we will discuss how to create the timetable for this. I'll help you prepare the timetable. Usually this is how it is. For IAM also, first 20 days, once I finish all the 4 papers, the 21st day, we will prepare a timetable. How to go about the next 60 days. In the same manner, for 2.5 months, once we are done with all the 4 papers, then on the next day, we will sit and do the timetable of how to execute this 2.5 months. I will not tell which test series of which institute to take, but I will tell you how to, systematically design a timetable for how many intervals that you have to study to take the test. This we will definitely do. Okay, that is one. The next is, now see, this is with respect to GS papers. So I did GS papers. I helped you to do this and then you went and wrote the test. Now, this I am doing only for half of the day. Why am I doing it half of the day? Again, I could have taken one entire day, 10 hours every day, and I could have finished this 2.5 months ka course in just 1 month. Again, it would have been helpful for me only. Why am I taking half of the day and allowing you to read the entire 2.5 months is, what will you do for the rest half? Optionals. Again, those people who have already taken optionals and who feel that the optionals will go in January, February and all, please try to see if you can manage it within November. Because again, if the classes are going from January, February, I know that it will go. I know that the January, February classes you want to do after prelims. Or whatever classes you have done will not be sitting properly. So whatever it is, your job is, you again have 2 windows, guys. In optional also, I am creating 2 windows. When I start on July 1st, you also start on July 1st with respect to your optionals. When I complete on September 15th the 4 papers, you should also complete optionals on September 15th. How you do optional is not my concern. You break your head, you make sure that you watch 2 classes. After going back from this thing, you go back and do whatever you want to do, but this is the idea. September 15th, I finish the 4 GS papers. Optional, you also finish the 4. Try to push yourself. Even if you can finish 80% of what I tell, that is also enough. But how to finish it is, sir, I have PDFs I have read there only and marked. It will not help. I hope you are understanding this. I have huge textbooks, sir, from there only I have marked. It will not help. You have to make your own notes. Handwritten notes. I hope you are understanding this. How will you make that notes? Again, depends on your wisdom about that optional. I cannot come and tell you there. But some notes about all the topics in the syllabus must be made. If it is made in the form of question and answer, it is even better. Some people will tell that by doing the last 10 years of question, the syllabus will be done, sir. That is also okay. Do whatever it takes. But the moment we meet on September 15th, you should tell that your optional is done. We should tell that GS is done. And what we are going to do from September 16th till November is only the test. Here also you are going to write only the tests. So this 2.5 months, this September 16 to November, this 2.5 months will not only make you mains ready, but it will also create momentum for prelims. It will also create a very good momentum for prelims. People who have written mains, people who write mains usually, have you seen them not clearing prelims? You always see them clearing prelims, correct? The reason is because 2 things. Why they always clear? Not if some unlucky they may not clear. This time many people have lost in CSAT, that is all there. But usually the case is people who write prelims, mains exam, who will come back, they will anyway not have much time. But still they go on to clear the prelims exam next year is because the momentum. And the second is knowledge. When you read for mains, your residual knowledge for your prelims actually enhances. When you read for mains, actually your prelims accuracy will improve. Because there will be many things that you will read in mains that will actually help you to deduce the answer in prelims. This is one of the utility of mains preparation that will help you indirectly in your prelims preparation. So, whatever you are going to do here, remember, see, you are doing 14 sections. Amongst these 14 sections, there will easily be 10 sections. This 10 sections overlaps with prelims topics. But that doesn't mean that you have studied exactly for prelims, but it overlaps with prelims topics. So when it overlaps with prelims topics and when we have internalized the entire mains, obviously you are going to have an edge. No one can stop you from having an edge. This is for sure there. So without your knowledge itself, you would have actually gained the momentum to start your prelims exam properly. This is true. So this is the overall idea of how you have to balance your optional and how you have to balance your GS papers. Will you do this? Everyone. See, one of the greatest drawback within my student community is I will somehow help them to get good marks in GS. I don't promise 450, 480 and all. I cannot do that. What I can promise is 420. From my side, I can help students get 420. But unfortunately, what happens is the other spectrum, there are 2 types of students. One who get really good marks in optional, get a rank and go. And other who will tell me that they are good in optionals, but when we see the final marks, they would have got 210, 220, 215. I hope you're understanding this. So, that is where when I asked them, you told me that you're good. They tell me that, sir, even I thought I am good. I'm not telling that the student lied. I'm only trying to tell that even the student doesn't know that they are not that level of competent. So, the point I'm trying to tell you people is, if you don't get 250 in your optionals, you will anyway not get a rank. And if you don't get 280 in your optionals, you will not be in top 100. So, understand the importance of optionals, and the first level of studies that you people are doing will get you till 200 only. It will not even get you till 250. So, whatever studies that you do up to this point will only get you 200. And if you can push yourself to this level, you will get 250. And if you are ready with 250 now, next year when you clear the prelims, you can push it to 280. So, I hope you are understanding that whatever I am trying to give you the schematic is basically a schematic to help you increase your probability to clear the exam next year. Clear with this? So, understand this properly. So, what again, don't neglect your optionals. GS, I am taking the responsibility that I will take care of all the 14 sections. Don't worry about it. If that is the case, I know my competency to help you people. That I have no doubt. But one thing where I cannot help and I feel helpless is the optionals part. Where students may keep telling me that I am good, but I still doubt that they are good. So, that is where you have to work a little bit harder and make sure that you get that competency as we get in GS. This is the overall idea, guys. Clear with this? So, you understood the philosophy, you understood how to balance, you understood the timetable, you understood how we are going to go with the classes. Now, the current affairs part. I am going to cover the current affairs from May 2025 to June 2025. This is this thing. Okay. Now, until I cover the current affairs, you don't worry about any other things. Okay. What happens from July till September? Let us take July, August and September, these 3 months. Don't worry about it for now. I'll tell you what we will do later. Okay. But we are going to cover from this to this. Now, how am I going to cover the current affairs? I am not going to say that, okay, now let us do the current affairs part. This is the current affairs for mains. It is not going to go like that. So, basically what I would have done, I would have taken this current affairs, and I have already segregated them. Section wise. So, whatever current affairs is there with disaster management, I have already put it there. Whatever is current affairs is there with respect to economy, I have put it there. Whatever current affairs is there with respect to society, I have put it. So, already I have segregated it section wise. So, whenever we are doing that section, I am going to bring the current affairs. I hope you are understanding this. So, that is going to happen. This July, August and September, right now don't worry. On September 15th, I will tell you what we will do. Clear with this? Is this okay? Now, this is very important. Look at this. I am going to integrate economic survey and budget of this year. I am going to integrate economic survey and budget of this year mainly in 2 different sections. This is very, very important in 2 different sections. One is social justice plus governance. Okay, here it is very important to integrate them. The next is Indian economy. Now you may ask I know the next coming question, that is, sir, if we have done this economic survey and budget, what about next economic survey and budget? That is the fair question that is going to run in your mind. So, what I am trying to tell you is, whatever I am going to integrate in your social justice and Indian economy, you can still use it next year. I hope you are understanding this. How I am going to integrate this economic survey and budget is not by asking about any topic here, but by let us say manufacturing. If I tell manufacturing, if I frame a question on manufacturing, I am going to use whatever is there, the programs, the data, the facts, everything here in the answers. So, the same whatever I have used in that particular economic survey, you can use it next year also. Don't worry about it. But this is also what I am going to tell you, that next year ka economic survey and next year ka budget, whatever classes that I do for IAM 5.0, whatever classes that I do for IAM 5.0, this I am going to give it you, this I am going to make sure that it is available to you. This is clear? But again I am going to tell you that 90% of the job will be done here only. This I'm only doing it because I know that you will always have that fear, sir, the recent one only is not there, what to do? Okay, so this basically the next year economic survey and budget, what I do for IAM 5.0, those students who are subscribed for Mains Foundation program will also get those classes. Is this clear? This is something that I can promise. But again, this whatever I cover is more than sufficient. But budget is one thing that is very important. Obviously, we are going to do, I'm going to give those classes, so don't worry about it. Okay. But the economic survey, whatever concepts that I'm going to integrate and infuse and try to dictate to you, that actually is even today, if we take universal basic income, that was a concept that was introduced in economic survey 2017. Even today, when we tell universal basic income, we still refer back to economic survey 2017 only. Okay, so referring back to any year's survey is not bad. Okay, so don't think that you lose marks on that. Mentioning the year of the economic survey will add to the credibility of your facts. Mentioning the year in the year of the economic survey will not fetch you more or less marks. You're putting that in order to get the credibility that that fact is being cited from the document. Okay, which year is that does not make more, does not play a major role in your marks. But to just make sure that you don't have that fear, I am also going to give you these classes when I do the IAM 5.0 next year. This is clear? So, overall in the current affairs, the last 1 year of all the articles that I have done, I have already segregated section wise. I will not give it in the form of PDF. When we are discussing that section, I am going to dictate the notes and you are going to write them down. The same way how we are going to do the static, the same way we are going to do the current affairs also, in the form of question and answers. Apart from that, economic survey of this year, I've already infused into these sections, that also we'll be discussing, but it is very important that you learn it. Okay, because 99% of all the programs that we are going to study in this economic survey is the same what you are going to study in the next economic survey also. 99%. It is not going to change. So, it is good to finish off now only. Alright, so this is with respect to current affairs. This is how we will deal with current affairs. Next. As I told you, duration will start from 10:30 AM till sometimes it can go up to 3 PM. Every day it will be the same time. We are not going to change the time at all. That is again that is the culture that we are in. Whatever programs that we have done up to this point, we have never changed the timings. The timings will always remain the same. Okay, that is what. In between, I can give you 2-3 minutes to take a breather, use the restroom, relax, revise, all these things are there. But we will not take a break where 15-20 minutes you will go out somewhere and then you will come back. That is not going to happen. That is how we have always been doing it, and that is how, because it is necessary for you to maintain the momentum. I want you to feel the pain. I want you to feel the push. I want you to get that habit of sitting for 5 to 6 hours. Okay, so all these things are designed in that way. So this is the duration. Sorry, this is the timings. Really sorry. The duration obviously is July to September. Okay, 1st to September 15th. Clear? Who should join the program? Who have some basic idea about basics. Okay? That is what I told you. If you don't know what is cyclones at all, if you have not heard what is El Nino, if you have not heard what is constitutional morality, then it becomes a little difficult. I hope it's clear. Okay, so please make sure that you should have some level of basic knowledge. Okay, if that is the case, you can definitely join. All right, the next is, make sure that you are consistent in this program to build momentum for prelims. I hope this is clear. This I can assure you. People who do that, see, this is how, I am not telling out of just some speculation. I have seen and I have mentored thousands of people who are able to take care of their July, August, September, October, November, will take care of their January, February or March automatically. Who will waver off in this particular period, they will be highly anxious in the month of January, February and March. That is how it is. That guilt will not allow you to study properly. Okay, so if you want to build that momentum for prelims, see, if you here, let us say on the month of November, now on the month of November, let us say that you have written 3 cycles of test. 3 cycles of test on all the GS papers. 3 cycles of test on all the GS papers, and you have also written 3 cycles of test on your optionals. Just visualize the confidence with which you will go to December. Just visualize the amount of confidence that you will carry to the month of December. I hope you are understanding this. All the notes are ready. You have written 3 cycles of revision. All the notes of optionals are ready. You are going to revise them and write them 3 times. Now you are stepping into December. No one can come and tell you to do that or do this. You know exactly what to do. You will know how exactly to handle things. I hope you are understanding this. So my idea is to make sure that you are empowered till November so that you get to know what to do automatically from November. Clear? Okay. The validity of this program, whatever classes that you take, the validity will be till December 2026. This is mainly for optional, the online students. The validity will be till December 2026. One more thing, online guys, whoever is joining online, let me tell you one thing. One is, you will get 1 live view. You will get 1 live view and then you will get 1 recorded view. Now, when I say 1 recorded view, if you start, you have to end. You have to watch it completely till the end. You cannot say that half I'll watch today, next half I'll watch day after tomorrow or tomorrow. It cannot happen. If you have pressed click on start, if you have played the video, yes, definitely you can pause. You can pause. We have given a buffer of 45 minutes. So you can pause, take a break for 15-20 minutes, come back, watch the class again. You can again pause, you can take a break of 5 to 10 minutes. Like that you can do. But if you have pressed play, you have to finish watching. You will get only 1 view. So I hope this is there. Please don't, only in genuine cases, very genuine and very rare, because if we keep doing it again and again, the database can get corrupted. So only in rare cases, we can restore it, and that too only once. If we do it many number of times, the entire program's database will get corrupted, so we usually will not do it, but only under genuine circumstances, we can restore it once. Only in genuine circumstances. So that is the only way. But online guys, this is the view, but overall the class validity will be till December. Okay, don't tell that, sir, November now I wanted to see the classes again. You will not get it. I hope I have made it very clear. Okay. Alright, right. Any issues, you can write it to this only. Everyone who's got, who's done the admission, everyone who's done the admission will get a welcome email. And whoever gets the welcome email, there will be a link to the Telegram. There will be a link to the Telegram. Please join that particular Telegram group. It is necessary that you join the Telegram group because whatever updates, let us say that the class stopped for some reason, I will put it there. Let us say that we stopped for some reason, I'll put it there. Let us say I want to share previous year question with you, I will share it there. So whatever our point of contact is going to be, that point of contact is this link, that Telegram group or Telegram channel. Okay. So make sure that you join the Telegram channel. The link to the channel will be in the email. Please check your spam if you have not received it. It will be in your spam. Okay. So this is with respect to, and any other doubts, you can write at Sudeep8987. You can directly message me in the Telegram. I'll reply back to you. Clear with this? Alright guys. So this is all about the mains foundation program. Now, if you people have any doubts, please do ask. I'll address it. It can be anything. Yes. Usually I'll explain, but now only I will tell of C. Whenever they say analyze, discuss, examine, okay, all these things you try to give both the sides of the story. Okay. But whenever they say critically analyze, whenever they use the word called critically, it becomes mandatory that you give both the sides. Otherwise, you can give either one side and then stop also. But when they say critically analyze, you have to give both the sides. Except this broader framework, rest of the things we will do in the class. Okay, but overall, this is the idea. Don't overthink that. Okay, let them ask you. The only thing is, whenever they say justify, you have to give examples. Whatever narrative has been set, you have to justify that narrative. This is justification. Whenever they say comment, you have to take a stand. Okay, so justify, comment, opinion. These are the 3 things that you should be careful. Apart from this, they ask you critically analyze or they ask you analyze. Give both the sides of the story. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, whenever I say critically analyze, does not mean positive and negative. For example, let us say that the question is asked as, should the speaker's role be neutral? Okay. you should not critically analyze. Let us say, should speaker's role be neutral? Critically analyze. Let us say this is the question. You should not say, yes, speaker's role should be neutral. No, speaker's role should not be neutral. This is wrong. This is not called critical analysis. You cannot say no, speaker's role should not be neutral. It should not be there at all. So what should be the two sides there? The two sides should be, yes, speaker's role is critical. The other side should be challenges. Challenges of speaker's neutrality. I hope you are understanding this. So in that way, you have to critically analyze. So don't blindly go for, whenever they say critically analyze, positive, negative, or to and fro. It's not like that. You have to be very clever in what you do. When they say give both the sides of the story, it can be one side of the story only, but talking about the challenges of it. Okay, that we will discuss. As we discuss, we will get to know. But overall, the framework is, let them ask you discuss, critically discuss, analyze, critically analyze, examine, critically examine. You write both the sides of the story. Keep that as your basic framework. Okay. We will discuss that. Whenever we go to see whatever we do in every section, my idea is always to go back to the previous year question, discuss it, make you familiar with it, understand the approach, and then go to the notes. Okay. And we will always go from 2025 backwards only. I don't have the habit of doing something very back and then showing you, because let us say 5 years, if you take 2017, 2018 mains papers, direct questions. The questions were very direct. Compared to now, the questions are very opinionated. Okay, they want your opinion there. So the questions compared to the 5 years back to 5 years now is only very different. So going back 10 years back and discussing those direct questions will not do any good. That is why how we will do is, from 2025 paper, we'll go backwards. Okay, so that you are also understanding the tune of the current trends, and then you go backwards. Okay, that is how we will do it. Okay. Which subject optional is best? I don't know. Okay, really I don't know. Okay, you can take whichever subject that you like. That idea of best optional is wrong according to me. That overlapping in GS, overlapping with this thing, all these are marketing strategies. That is okay, but these are few things that you should know. One, you should like the optional. When you get up in the morning, you should not have resistance to read. You should have that love to read. That shows that you are interested in that optional. That is the most important and basic foundation of choosing an optional. The second is guidance. The third is notes. And the fourth is classes. Okay, if you are able to get these 4 parameters, go for that optional. This is the idea. Okay. Alright guys, any other doubts? No doubts? Are you clear exactly how the program will go? 2.5 months. Just make sure that you go with my momentum. You will make sure that you will enjoy all the 4 papers. I'll make sure that it is intense, but I'll also make sure that it gets completed by September 15, and I'll make sure that it is joyful. Okay, because mains is not like prelims. Prelims is very intense. Like, it is a one-way channel. I tell and you listen, that's all. There is nothing called discussion there. But mains is not like that. I want you to develop the lines of thought in accordance with the language of that section. So if I want you to develop that lines of thought in accordance to the language of the section, I want you to first make that mistake. When you keep making that mistake, I can keep correcting you. And that is how I meant you to think in that section's conformance. I hope you understood this. So the first paper will be ethics. It will be very exciting. You will know how nice it is to study ethics. Okay. Ethics is not philosophical the way we have to approach. Ethics is very systematic in the way we approach. At the end of the day, ethics is systematic study of morality. So when we do it systematically, you will see how exactly we can also write good answers. Okay, we will look at it tomorrow. The classes will start from tomorrow at 10:30 sharp. We will be starting with ethics, and we will discuss how to go about ethics tomorrow itself. From the beginning, we will start doing it. Maintain 4 different notes for 4 different papers, and I would always advise you to write in A4 sheets, because I would want you to, I know that there are 4 papers, I would want you to file every section with 1 file. So for example, in GS1 there are 3 sections, you have 3 files. In GS3 there are 6 sections, you have 6 files. In GS2 there are 3 sections, you have 3 files. So it is better you write in A4 sheets, and you make sure that you keep filing it in accordance to that section itself. So that any new thing that you usually keep adding, which I will tell you later on how to add, you keep putting it to that section. This is clear? So this is how we will proceed from tomorrow. Okay, there will be a lot of writing, there will be a lot of discussions, and I would want you to participate in the discussion. Okay, that is one. It is okay if you make a mistake. The second, whenever someone tells a wrong point, or whenever someone tells a point which may not match to whatever I am discussing, I will just tell, all right, let us dwell more, or all right, let us discuss. I will not try to point to that person and tell, no, you're wrong. I'll just tell, okay, let us keep thinking, and I'll go to the next person. So when I do that, when I say, all right, let us keep thinking and go to the next person, that doesn't mean that I'm neglecting that person. I'm just pointing out, I'm not pointing out the fact that that particular point does not match with whatever I'm discussing. That's all. Okay. So please don't take it in a way that I'm neglecting anyone. I'm only going to go to the next person because I feel that that point is not up to the mark of what we are discussing. I hope this is clear. Okay. But what is very, very important is it is okay to make mistakes. It is okay to try, because only then you will learn. Okay. If you participate more actively, that is the best part. See, in advanced mains masterclass, I do it for 10 hours. Why is it that I don't feel the tiredness? Is because people participate. Students will participate. So I want you to participate with me. You tell whatever that comes to your mind. I will mend it in a way how you should write in the mains exam. So the more you try to make mistakes, I can mend more. The more you don't talk at all, then already whatever points I have studied and come, that only I will also tell. I hope you are understanding this. So it is a challenge for me also when you tell something and I have to mend it to the language of the paper. I hope you understand this. So come tomorrow, come with energy, and from tomorrow it will be fun, guys. Okay, we will enjoy it, but we'll also make sure that we complete it. Okay, for me completion is a very, very critical, and I don't compromise with completion. If it has to complete on September 15th, it has to. On 23rd June this month, last day of my advanced mains master class, this entire glass was broken. Without my knowledge, it was broken. Morning, me and my students came, it was broken, the entire window was coming like this. Any sane person would have stopped the class that day, cancelled it, and done this thing, and I would have held the class the next day. We sat in the same class, the glass was broken, the wind was blowing, we finished the class. So try and understand the commitment that I have for completion. It has to complete on September 15th means it has to complete on September 15th only. I hope you are understanding this. Okay, so make sure that you are also that much committed and disciplined, and if you believe in the program, it will work wonders. Clear with this? Okay. Okay, Jatin, just leave me a message on the Telegram, Jatin. I'll make sure that you get the mail. Okay. All right. Shall we end the class then? All right. We will meet tomorrow at 10:30. If there's any doubts, please leave me a message in this Telegram group. I'm sorry, in this Telegram ID. I will reply back to you. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Start off your optional. Make sure that you design your optional preparation well. As I told you, I will take care of your GS. You take care of your optional. No excuses. September 15th, your optional should get over along with my GS. This is your promise. You uphold your promise, I'll uphold my promise. This is what we are going to do. Alright? If it happens from both the sides, only then we'll get results. Remember this. Even if either of the side dilutes, no use of doing all these things. So, I'm again telling you very seriously, if you want to really make good use of it, November you will see the difference. September 15th, you will be a different person only. If you can follow and write the test, November you will be a completely different person. Okay, so just believe in it. You do your job, I'll do my job. Okay, all the best, guys. Thank you so much for coming today. We'll see you from tomorrow. Okay, online guys, you can leave me a message. At this Telegram ID, I will get back to you.